So I've spent my entire adult life, which admittedly isn't that long, discovering and developing new clean technologies to help fight climate change. From starting in the lab during my PhD at the University of Toronto, to competing in the Carbon X Prize and almost starting a company, to leading a multi-million-dollar program at the National Research Council of Canada focused on developing disruptive technologies to decarbonize our country. Throughout all of this, I've learned one hard truth: that technology is not enough. Technology is necessary but insufficient. Unless you have the money to scale it, the policies to support it, the market to sell it, and the people to adopt it, it's just going to sit on the shelf. Like many during the pandemic, I've had a lot of time to self-reflect and really appreciate the terrible inequities that this horrible disease has brought to light. Frontline workers, like my fiance, who have been told that they're essential, but are the ones who suffer the most, especially now. Rising inequalities and housing affordability that are leaving many people, especially in my generation, to wonder whether we'll ever be able to afford our own home. All of this while the threat of climate change looms large, and Canada, unfortunately, has not made meaningful reductions despite all the pledges and the promises to do so. Like many during the pandemic, I've thought long and hard about my place in the world and what I can do to make it better. This is why, after a lot of deliberation and long nights, I'm excited and terrified and nervous, but mainly excited, to announce that I will be running in the next federal election to get a seat in Parliament, and I'll be running for the Green Party in Toronto. Wow, I just gave myself chills. I know what you're thinking. Phil, why are you doing this? Why are you giving up a job that you love and work that you're so passionate about to go into politics? Something that you know nothing about, and for the Green Party, a party that is a long ways away from forming government. Well, let me tell you. The pandemic has really showed us how important leadership in government is, especially in times of crisis. It's also showed us how important it is to listen to science. We need more science in politics. We need more diverse voices and opinions and people in Parliament. And we need more empathy in the way that we treat each other and talk to each other and work with each other. Like many other people, I'm tired of the way that politics are done. I'm tired of the attacks, I'm tired of the short-term thinking, and I'm tired of the focus on re-election at all costs. I'm running for the Green Party because I believe in its values and I believe in what it's about. I believe that change comes from the grassroots, from the bottom up. I believe that Canadians are tired of the attacks and they're tired of the partisanship, and they want politicians who are focused on the long-term view. They want people who are thinking about the problems we need to solve and thinking about how we can work together to solve them. Let's be frank. The Green Party is not going to be forming government anytime soon or forming a majority. But this is exactly why we need them in Parliament. We need people who are focused on the long term. We need people who know and listen to the science. We need people who are willing to be empathetic and to work together. I believe the Green Party is a place for those people. People like me. To be honest, this whole thing is terrifying for me. What if people look at me differently? What if I lose friends over this? How will this impact my career? Can I go back to the government after running and not winning? You don't have no idea how many takes I've done of this recorded video just because I wanted to make sure everything was right and that my message was on point. This is really, really scary. But that's what makes it worth it. I looked back and I thought, if I didn't do this, would I regret it? If I have this opportunity now to take a stand and run, even if I don't win, is that worth it? And to me, I think the answer is yes. It's worth it. So if you're interested, if you don't know much about the Green Party or about Canadian politics or want to be more engaged, if you think we need more science in politics and more long-term thinking, if you believe that climate change is an important issue that we need to address and that government has a role to play in that, if you think that we need to do more to protect our most vulnerable and to support our frontline workers coming out of this pandemic, if you think that innovation and science is how we will build a stronger and better Canada, then follow me. I am planning on vlogging my entire experience so that people can see what it's like from the other side. I want to demystify this for everyone so that other people, non-traditional candidates who come from different backgrounds, different places, and different stages of life can consider running themselves. This is going to be a wild adventure. I'm really excited. Very few people get a chance to see a slice of Canada and experience this and contribute in this way. I don't know yet whether it's really brave or really stupid or a combination of both, but I'm really excited. So thank you for listening. Thank you if you've been following me on LinkedIn or if you've been a friend for years. Thank you for supporting me, and I hope you will continue to do so as I try to make the world a better place. Thanks.